Hello, I'm Afi Ayana and welcome to your Restorative Rest practice. Today's practice is a yin yoga practice, a gentle practice for getting grounded in the body while perhaps winding down from a busy day. So let's start. To begin, we'll start with a balancing breath practice called Nadi Shodhana. Taking the right hand, making a valve with the middle and the thumb, placing the pointer finger on the center of the brow. You'll inhale, closing the left nostril, and perhaps, very first of all, blowing your nose so that you can breathe evenly out of both nostrils. Once that's done, then going ahead, shutting the right nostril, exhaling out the left side. Deeply inhaling in the left nostril, the pointer finger in the center of the brow. Taking your deepest breath of the day. Closing both nostrils off, holding. Keeping your attention focused on the center of the brow. Exhaling out the right nostril. Inhaling in the right side. With the left nostril closed, closing both nostrils. Nice and tall through the spine. And exhaling out the left side of the nostril. With the right nostril closed. That is one round. You could try it again with the eyes closed or open if you wanted to follow the visual. I'll do a short demonstration of visually how the breath works. So breathing in through the left nostril to the center of the brow, as if you're lighting up the top of the pyramid. In the third eye, closing both nostrils. Exhaling out the right nostril. The air leaves the bottom of the pyramid on the right-hand side. Inhaling in fresh oxygen prana. In the right nostril to the center of the brow, the top of the pyramid. Holding that energy in the body, closing both nostrils off, and then exhaling out the left side. Out the bottom corner of the left pyramid. Using a visualization. We'll try that for 3 rounds at your own time. Side. Pulling up on the root lock, centering that energy in the center of the brow. Both nostrils closed, exhaling out the right side. Gentle pause here when the breath comes to its fullest exhalation, then inhaling in the right side. To the point of fullest, to the center of the brow. Holding both nostrils closed. Containing the breath. Exhaling the energy out the left side of the nostril. That's one more round. Inhaling left. Closing both nostrils. Exhaling right. Inhale, completely right side. Retain the breath at the center of the brow. Exhaling out the left side. Inhaling in the left side. Retain the breath in the center. Exhaling the right side. Inhaling in the right side. Retaining the breath in the center. Exhaling out the left side. And then bringing the hands down so the palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Nice and tall through the spine. And just taking note of how you feel in your body-mind state after that breath practice. Nadi Shodhana, or balancing nostril breath. Alternate nostril breath. Then begins to open up both nasal passages more evenly for the flow of energy, life force into the central nervous system, into the central channel of the body, or the Sushumna Nadi that runs from the top of the spine all the way down to the base of the spine. So as you sit here for one more breath, just inviting in that fullness of the breath to run that full channel from the base of the spine all the way to the top of the head. And then on the exhale, releasing, using the breath to ground you in the present moment. Then gently opening up the eyes. Inhaling the arms up above the head. Bringing the hands to the heart center. Right knee, right hand on the right knee, on the left knee. Looking over the left shoulder. Inhaling into the center of the chest. Nice and tall, even breath. On the exhale, coming back to neutral. And then switching opposite hand to opposite knee. For this time, the left hand comes onto the right knee. On the inhalation, elongating the breath through the spine. And looking over the right shoulder. Taking a nice deep inhalation. Inviting in this evenness of the breath to bring in an evenness of the mind. Exhaling and coming back to neutral. Take some spinal warm-ups here. Exhaling forward, inhaling back. Using the breath to move and rotate around the spine. Exhaling forward, inhaling back. Seeing how can you relax and luxuriate into the movement. Perhaps finding any places in the spine where there might be tightness and just gently moving through that space. And then switching directions, exhaling forward, inhaling back. Perhaps squeezing the elbows in towards the midline, or maybe even the elbows facing out towards the corner of the room, giving you a little bit more leverage to move around the spine. Beautiful. And placing the left leg out, inhaling the arms up above the head. Extending the body so that it faces over the left leg. Hands coming down and walking the fingertips forward. Elongating out of the back of the pelvis girdle. Using the fingertips to gently walk the elbows forward. Bringing the chest parallel to the leg. On the inhale, breathing into the back body, pressing into the hand. And on the exhale, relaxing and extending forward. Seeing if you can create more space in the belly on each exhalation. Feeling the belly as it might begin to press into the top of the leg, the top of the left thigh. Then on the inhale, gently walking back up. Placing the right leg out, left heel in towards the center line, extending, exhaling the torso over towards the right leg. Inhaling, breathing into your proud chest, and exhale, walking the fingertips forward. This is really great for any type of lower back pain, middle back pain. Using the breath to inhale and press into the hands, stabilizing. The lower spine, the pelvis, and then on the exhale, releasing forward. You might even find to inhale in through the nose here. Create some more space in the front of the chest as you push into the hands, extending this dynamic move. And on the exhale, bending the elbows, breathing all of the air out from the base of the spine, the ribs knit together as the exhalation extends outward. Inhale, perhaps keeping a micro bend in the back of the right knee. With every inhale, perhaps releasing, coming up a little bit, pressing into the floor, and on the exhalation, extending forward, releasing over the leg. The belly begins to release into the top of the thigh. And on the exhalation, pressing the feet into the back of the leg, pressing the arms back up, bringing the toes together into a butterfly position, holding a hold of the shins. Inhale, breathing up into the front of the body. And exhale, extending forward. You might grab a hold of both toes, the ankles, the shins, whatever's available for you. You might even use the elbows to press into the sides of the knees. Inhale, using the breath to fill up the front side of the body, and exhale, releasing forward, breathing into the back side of the body. Using the invitation of the breath here to gently release forward on the exhale. Allowing gravity and the breath to inhale, fill up the front body, and then on the exhale, gently relax forward. Noticing up the opening on the back side of the hips. Breathing into the back side of the pelvis. Inhale, extending up, and exhale, walking the arms a little bit further forward. Beautiful. And on your next exhalation, walking it all the way up. We'll come forward into a pigeon pose. So moving the right leg behind you, the left leg stays in parallel towards the front of your mat or surface you're lying on. The right leg comes back behind you. Inhale, breathing up into your proud chest. Evening out both hips. You might walk the right toes back in towards the groin. Inhale, breathing up. And on the exhale, releasing onto your elbows, extending forward. Allowing the front belly to fill up with air. And thinking about this, continuing to think about the breath from a 360 degrees experience. Fantastic. As the breath releases, following the exhale as it leaves the body. Noticing if the mind be wander, can you bring it back to the sensation in the body? Gently using the breath and the awareness as a vehicle to expand and release. And on the inhalation, walking your hands back up, breathing up as you push the torso up, extending into the front of the chest. And on the exhale, bringing the legs back together in front, butterflying the knees up and down again. And on the next inhale, bringing the right toes in towards the groin, extending the left leg behind you. And coming over onto the opposite pigeon. Right knee extended forward, perhaps bringing the right foot back in towards the left groin. Inhale, evening out the hips, breathing into the front of the chest. Making the breath a companion for this practice. And on the exhale, walking the forearms down. Perhaps this is enough, or you might create a pillow with the hands or walk the arms all the way forward. Releasing the torso onto the ground. Breathing deep into the front of the hip flexor. Seeing where we can, again, inhale slightly, pressing into the hand. Breathing into the front as the belly fills up. And then on the exhale, releasing, walking the elbows forward. Head down towards the ground. Breathing deep into the belly. Exhale, releasing. Using the vehicle of the breath to begin to still down the mind, still down the thoughts. So seeing if you can invite in a more rhythmic and full quality to the breath. Filling up your next inhalation to its fullest point. And then on the exhale, whenever you get there, no hurry, using hands to walk the body back up, pressing the torso back up to vertical, palms framing the side of the right knee. Inhale, breathing up into your proud chest. And exhale, the left leg comes in. And we can do this figure 4 stretch here. So inhale, looking over the right shoulder. The right knee stays forward, but just bending the back left knee in. Getting a gentle twist here. And then on the exhale, bringing the right hand onto the left knee. Getting the opposite twist. Chin parallel to the floor. Inhale, breathing into your chest. Exhale, releasing. And then bringing the knees into the opposite twist. So the left knee comes forward. The right knee comes behind into a figure 4. Inhale, the right hand up. Reaches on top of the left knee. Exhale, looking behind the left shoulder. And with every exhalation, allowing the belly button to move back towards the spine. Full breath on the recoil, breathing into the back side of the heart. And then on the exhale, bring the spine back to neutral. Left hand comes onto right knee. Right hand comes behind the spine. Nice and tall through the spine here. Chin parallel to the floor. As you finish the opposite twist here. Beautiful. We'll come down onto the front body here. I'm taking a slight shoulder stretch here. So both arms come out in front. Extending the right arm forward. Rolling over onto your right side. Bring the left leg behind you. And then opening the left arm up and chest towards the sky. Taking 2 breaths here. And exhale, rolling back. Bringing the left arm forward. Body parallel to the floor. Resting the forehead down on the ground. For one full inhalation and exhalation. And then on your next inhale, rolling over to your left side. Right leg comes behind the left with a bent knee. And inhaling the right arm up to the air. Or back on the floor behind you. Really breathing into the front of the chest here. If you don't have space behind you, you can even keep the right arm on the right shoulder here. Just inviting open the front of the chest this way. And then on the exhale, extending the arms both back onto the floor. Unbending the right leg. Resting the full belly on the floor. We'll come up into a small superwoman or superman position. So legs hip-width distance apart or further, pressing both toes up, and then pressing both hands up is if you are flying over your city, inhaling, breathing into the front of the body. Exhale, making sure that the shoulders are pulling back and down, allowing the neck to be parallel to the floor. Inhale, lifting the feet and the arms even another inch or two up off of the ground. And on the exhale, releasing the front body back down, making a pillow with the hands. Releasing the body onto the floor. We'll try that one more time. So arms wide, legs wide. Even here, you might make the arms and legs way wider than hip width distance apart, more as a star position. And then inhale the head up off of the floor. Inhaling the arms up off of the floor. First, you might even wrap the shoulders back into a cactus position, and then gently lifting the legs up off of the floor. Breathing into the belly. This is so good for strengthening the back body. And at the same time, simultaneously breathing into the lower belly here. Inhale, extending the arms, extending the legs, if they're not already. Taking another inch or two lift up off of the ground, making sure not to compress in the back of the neck. And on the exhale, right ear comes down onto the hands, looking over the left shoulder. Beautiful. Allowing the heart beat to return back to normal. And we'll walk back into a child's pose. So bringing the knees as wide as the mat. The arms extend forward. And releasing the front body onto the ground to end today's practice. Breathing behind the heart, the shoulders. Pressing the hands into the ground. Take one more breath this way, and then bringing the hands in prayer behind the head, both palms of the hands pressing together, pressing into the elbows, extending and opening up the shoulder girdle here. It's a bit of a tongue twister. Elbows out to the side. And then walking the fingertips forward, walking the hands over towards the right side, placing the left hand on top of the right side of the body as you gently are compressing the right side so the right elbow moves down towards the right knee. Getting an extension side stretch through the left side of the ribs. On the exhale, bringing the hands back to center, walking the hands over to the left side of the mat. Left elbow moves down towards right knee and placing the right hand on top of the back of the left hand. Resting the forehead on the floor. Breathing into the right side of the ribs. On the exhale, inviting the belly button back towards the spine. And walking the hands back. Placing the hands in front of the brow. Coming up on your elbows, and then walking up into a kneeling hero's pose. Hands in front of the heart. Ending today's grounding practice with a gentle bow in the back of the neck. Heart coming down towards, chin coming down towards the heart. And heart grounded on the earth. Namaste and Ashe.